In the bustling city of Maziwa, there lived a wealthy businessman named Chief Durojaiye. He was known for his luxury cars, a mansion in the heart of the city, and a successful import business. His wife, Madame Folktale, was just as wealthy and ran a chain of high-end boutiques. Together they had 3 children: Toby, the eldest, who was obsessed with showing off on social media; Laid, their only daughter, who only cared about expensive things; Kunle, the youngest, who had a good heart but was easily influenced by his siblings. Despite their riches, the family lacked kindness and humility. They never helped the less fortunate, looked down on people who had less, and always wanted more, no matter how much they already had. One day everything changed when a mysterious old man knocked on their door. It was a rainy evening when the gatekeeper came running to the house. "Oga, madam, there is an old man at the gate asking for food." Madame Folktale scoffed. "Why are you disturbing us with beggars? Tell him to leave." Toby laughed and said, "These beggars are always looking for free things." But Kunle felt pity for the man. He ran outside, ignoring his parents' protests, and handed the old man a loaf of bread. The old man smiled and said, "Thank you, young one. Because of your kindness, I will give your family a gift." He reached into his old coat and pulled out a tiny golden key. He placed it in Kunle's palm and said, "This key will open a special safe in your house. Inside, you will find something that will test your hearts." Then, without another word, the old man disappeared into the rainy night. Kunle rushed inside and showed his family the key. Toby and Laid laughed. "What nonsense! There is no such safe in this house." But to their surprise, when they searched the mansion, they discovered a hidden safe in their father's study, one that no one had ever noticed before. Excited, Chief Durojaiye inserted the key and the safe clicked open. Inside, there was only a small wooden box with a note that read, "Ask for whatever you desire, but take only what you need." Confused but curious, Toby, Laid and their parents decided to test it. Madame Folktale said, "I want 5 million naira in cash." Instantly, the box glowed and stacks of money appeared inside. Everyone gasped. Toby, overwhelmed with excitement, grabbed the box and said, "Forget small money. I want 100 million. Again, the money appeared. Greed took over, and soon the family forgot the warning. They kept asking for more: jewelry, gold bars, designer clothes, new cars. But Kunle, remembering the old man's words, hesitated. "We are taking too much. What if there's a catch?" Toby sneered. "You're too soft, Kunle. This is our chance to become the richest family in Africa." For weeks, the family lived in excessive luxury. They threw extravagant parties, bought properties across the city, and flaunted their new riches. The media called them the luckiest family in Africa. Then, one morning, everything changed. Chief Durojaiye woke up to find his bank accounts empty. Every single property they had bought was no longer in their name. The luxury cars disappeared from the driveway. Even the clothes on their backs turned into rags. Panicked, Laid ran to the safe to get more money, but the wooden box was gone. In its place was a new note. "When greed rules the heart, riches turn to dust." The family was in shock. Everything they had taken had vanished overnight. Even the businesses they had before discovering the box had collapsed. With nothing left, the family was forced to move out of their mansion and live in a small apartment. Friends who once praised them now avoided them. The media that once celebrated them now ridiculed their downfall. For the first time in their lives, they understood what it meant to struggle. They had to work hard for their daily survival. Kunle, however, adapted quickly. He started a small business selling snacks on the street. Over time, his kindness and hard work earned him respect. He helped his parents and siblings learn to live humbly. One evening, as he closed his shop, he saw the same old man standing at a distance. The man smiled and said, "Now you understand. True wealth is not in what you gather, but in what you give." Kunle bowed his head in gratitude. "Thank you for teaching us this lesson." From that day on, the family changed. They worked hard, gave to those in need, and never allowed greed to control them again. Losing their wealth overnight was a nightmare the Durojaiye family never imagined. For the first time, they had to experience the struggles of ordinary people. Madame Folktale, once the owner of high-end boutiques, now had to stand in line at the market to bargain for food. She didn't even know how to cook because she had always relied on housemaids. One evening, she burned a pot of rice so badly that the family had to eat plain bread for dinner. Toby, who was once an Instagram celebrity, showing off his luxury cars and designer clothes, was now mocked by the same online followers who once praised him. His rich friends stopped answering his calls. Even when he tried to get a job, no one took him seriously. "You only know how to spend money, not how to work for it," one employer told him. Lade, who had spent her life in beauty salons and shopping malls, now had to wash her own clothes and even fetch water from the public tap. The humiliation was unbearable. "How can I live like this?" she cried one night. Chief Durojaiye, once the proud businessman, was now deep in debt. His business had collapsed, his former business partners avoided him, and he had no savings left. Every morning he sat outside their small apartment, staring at the sky, wondering how his life had fallen apart. Only Kunle seemed to accept their new life. He was the first to wake up every morning, looking for ways to help. "We cannot sit here and feel sorry for ourselves," he told his family. "We must rebuild." With no money, no connections, and no skills, the Durojaiye family had to start over like ordinary people. Kunle continued selling his small snacks on the roadside, using the little money they had left to buy ingredients. Seeing his determination, Madame Folktale decided to help. She swallowed her pride and learned how to cook affordable but delicious meals, selling them in a small food stand near a busy bus stop. She had once sold luxury clothes, but now she was selling rice and beans in plastic bowls. It was a difficult adjustment, but for the first time she felt like she was earning her own way. Chief Durojaiye, after months of depression, finally admitted that he needed to work. He applied for several jobs, but no one wanted to hire a former businessman with no practical skills. Frustrated but determined, he started working as a driver for a small delivery company. Toby and Lade, who had never worked a day in their lives, struggled the most. Toby tried getting a job at a bank, but no one trusted him because of his reckless past. Lade, who had never stepped into a market before, was now helping her mother cook and serve food to strangers. It was humiliating, but there was no other choice. One day, as Toby was walking back from another failed job interview, he saw a group of young boys taking selfies in front of an expensive car. It reminded him of his old life, how he had wasted time showing off instead of building real wealth. That night he made a decision. "I will learn how to make money the right way," he told Kunle. Slowly, things began to change for the family. Kunle's small snack business grew. He reinvested his profits and expanded to selling drinks and pastries. His positive attitude made him popular, and soon he was making enough money to support his family. Madame Folktale's food business also thrived. People came from different parts of the city just to eat her delicious meals. "Who knew you had such talent?" customers often told her. She smiled, realizing that she had finally found something she was truly good at. Chief Durojaiye, after months of hard work, got promoted to a supervisor at his delivery company. Though he had once been a millionaire, he now appreciated every single naira he earned. "Honest work is the greatest wealth," he often told his children. Toby decided to start an online business, selling affordable fashion instead of chasing luxury brands. He studied digital marketing and learned how to build a proper business. Slowly, he regained his confidence, not by showing off but by working hard. Lade, though it was difficult at first, started helping her mother manage the food business. She learned how to budget, negotiate prices, and talk to customers. One day she told her mother, "I think I want to open a restaurant one day." The family had lost everything, but through humility, hard work, and perseverance, they found something even greater: wisdom. One evening, as Kunle was closing his shop, he noticed a familiar figure sitting by the roadside. It was the old man who had given them the key. Kunle quickly approached him. "Sir, it's been so long. I have wanted to see you again." The old man smiled. "You have learned the lesson, haven't you?" Kunle nodded. "We lost everything, but now we understand. True wealth is not about how much you have, but how you earn it and how you use it." The old man chuckled. "That is the lesson I wanted your family to learn. You see, many people chase after riches without understanding that greed can destroy even the wealthiest person. But those who work hard, stay humble, and help others will always have enough. Kunle looked at the old man with deep respect. Thank you for teaching us this lesson. My family is better now because of it. The old man nodded. Then my work here is done. He stood up, tapped Kunle on the shoulder, and walked away, disappearing into the busy streets of Maziwa. Years later, the Durojaiye family became a symbol of inspiration in the city. Kunle became a successful businessman, known for his honesty and generosity. Toby used his marketing skills to help young entrepreneurs build businesses the right way. Lade fulfilled her dream and opened a restaurant, using the skills she learned from her mother. Madame Folak continued running her food business, teaching women how to cook and earn a living. Chief Durojaiye, once obsessed with wealth, now spent his time mentoring young business owners, teaching them the importance of humility and hard work. They had lost their riches, but they gained something much more valuable: wisdom, humility, and a fresh start. Moral of the story: true wealth is not in how much you have, but in how you earn it and use it. Greed can destroy everything, but hard work, humility, and kindness will always bring lasting success. We truly appreciate you for taking the time to watch this story. We hope you enjoyed it and learned something valuable. If you found this story meaningful, please like the video and share your thoughts in the comments. What important lesson did you learn from this tale? We'd love to hear from you. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on more inspiring and exciting African folk tales. Thank you for your support, and see you in the next story.